Good morning. I'm gonna try not to move my phone, but I wanted to talk to you guys about just stealth camping along the coast and how it's been, and you know what to expect if you're thinking about doing it. Don't think about doing it. That's all I can say. And I have a big rig. You know, my rig is 25 feet in length, so it's hard to stealth camp. And a lot of the cities are putting up signs that oversized vehicles are not allowed on city streets certain hours of the day. Like let's say 9 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. Every city's different. Right when you get off the off-ramp, they'll have signs posted either on the off-ramp or just right afterwards. So look for the big signs because you don't want to get a ticket. And a lot of cities, you know, not only can you not park even during the day, definitely not at night on city streets. They just have really strict ordinances about nighttime hours. So let's say like 2 to 6 o'clock in the morning, no vehicles, not even if you're not oversized, but just any vehicles aren't allowed to be parked on city streets without a permit. So you've got to get really crafty in how you do it, especially when you have a bigger rig, you know, an RV, a van, things like that. So those days where you could just pull over and go to sleep, at least in California where I'm at, those days are pretty much over. It's illegal to sleep in your vehicle. Although I did see signs on the freeway that said, you know, if you're tired, pull over and rest. So I figured I'm pulling over and I'm resting. So I don't know. It's contradictory. Some cities are a lot more strict than other cities. So it's like case by case. San Diego is probably the most lenient because the way they look at it is if they don't have enough safe parking, like let's say all the parking lots are filled, because they have, and I don't know if it's just for residences, but they have safe parking lots. So let's say that can hold 100. When that's filled, they can't give you a ticket for parking outside of that because they're not providing the space for you to park. That's my understanding. That's the last I had heard. And those parking lots fill up pretty quickly. So it's almost like it's not enforced. Some cities, as long as you move your vehicle within 72 hours, and I think you have to move it like 1/10 of a mile or something like that, then, you know, you'll get a notice, you'll get a warning. And, you know, before you could park in private parking lots, like let's say Walmart and Lowe's, Home Depot, that's also a case by case. So you have to ask because a lot of times they don't own the lot. And then it depends on what security guard you get. You might get a really cool one during the day, and then the nighttime one comes, it's super strict, so you have to follow his rules. So what I'm trying to say is just really consider the costs, you know, because you won't be able to sleep well and you might get a ticket. And you know, for me it's just the not sleeping peacefully. After a while it just, you know, it's too much. And so I finally had to tell my sister, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. You know, I've been able to bounce around. I never sleep in one place 2 nights in a row. So I've been able to bounce around. I know the secret spots to go to, but you don't want to stand out and then be there all the time. So, you know, I might stay one night and then go to a different place another night, and then a different place another night, and then go back to the first one again, but give it some time in between and make sure you don't park in the same spot, because if somebody drives by and they see you at the same spot, even if it's been days, they think you've been there for days. And try to come in late and leave early, which is hard for me because when I say late, come in late, like come in after 9, 10 o'clock and then leave, you know, before 6. It's hard because we're usually, you know, tucked in and ready for bed around 8, 8:30. So I like to be at my spot. And the getting up early, that's not a problem, especially because I'm not sleeping peacefully and hard all the night through, that I'm usually up by, you know, 6 and ready to move. So you're up before everybody goes to work, and that way they don't see you sitting there, you know. Yeah, it's been great, you know, to be with family and visiting and stuff, but I finally was just like, I need a place where I could just rest and get a good 8 solid hours of sleep. So it's time for me to go. So just consider that. And then the other thing is, when I started, I used iOverlander, the app. It's changed now, so it's not as good. But what I try to do is I try to find the spots that are, you know, marked as safe, but I don't go to that exact location, because I noticed that a lot of them, you know, the authorities had access to that, and so they were coming down on those places. So I try to find something like kind of nearby, you know, maybe like not right there, but maybe go 3 blocks in a different direction and just stay in the vicinity, like you kind of know. And then you know, that way you're not at that spot. And what else? Yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the ocean views. I know a lot of you guys are either in other states where you're not by the ocean, or you're in the desert, which I'm sorry about. It was too hot for me, but we'll head that way, you know, when things start to cool down, maybe in a week or 2. We'll see. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Roxy, you look so darn cute with your little bow. You're so cute. Show me your good side. There you go. That's your good side. You look beautiful, Roxy. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Let me see your good side. There you go. Good girl.